So yeah, for what I was saying, now the political evolution's effectively happened. We are waking up to the lies, and we're tired of it. We're tired of it as people. That's just fact. We're just tired of the nonsense. We're tired of the same bullshit. We want things to change. Um, you know, and I say, always believe you deserve better in life. All right, and the same should go to politics. You deserve to have people in office that represent you in your communities. Okay, because what is government for? We pay taxes to a system that doesn't even serve us. And I want to remind people we're going to pay those taxes regardless of whether we support government or not. Just remember that. The difference is, what do you want those tax dollars to do for you? That's the question we should be asking. All right. But my political evolution happened effectively 10 years ago. So, 2016, again, I was moved by family members. And that's the thing. I originally was for drafting Elizabeth Warren to run for president in 2016 because I thought that's as far left as you can go. Boy, was I wrong. Okay. Thankfully, she's not the central figure of the left anymore. I mean, she's okay. I know a lot of people are critical of her. I mean, I don't think she's terrible like people paint her to be. Yeah, I was kind of mad at her the way she went after Bernie. I didn't like that. Um, I think in a lot of ways, she's still kind of a coward, even though she does some good progressive moves, and she does endorse good candidates every once in a while. But I'm glad she's no longer the champion of the left. I'm just thankful of that. I was kind of thankful. It was like the saving grace that came in. I was like, okay, it's Bernie Sanders. All right, he's definitely better, And then it just kind of, and now it's like the AOCs and Mondamis. All these new people are coming in, and I did predict that many people of color, were going to run for office on Bernie's platform, but even better. So you're going to see younger minority versions of a Bernie platform. So, which is nice to see because I love to see diversity. That's what America should be about. We need more black and brown folks running for office. That is a thing we need representing our government. Now, again, I'm beyond identity. I think ideas matter regardless of who they come from. And I'm not saying that white people shouldn't run for office by any means. Obviously, I'd be talking against myself, you know. But diversity is great. And the people that feel they've been heard the least should be the ones operating the halls of Congress and the state legislative seats all over the country. Because it's their moment to shine, and they need to step up and serve the communities because it's needed, you know, and I'm encouraged by seeing that actually happen. So, again, my evolution started in 2016. It continued on. And then there was the rise. Then it was 2018, the midterms. The Democrats got back in office. Then we saw the surprising upset with AOC against an incumbent, and then she became the new star of the progressive movement. And then there was a few other people, you know. Matter of fact, it was a lady that ran for office here who didn't win. She ran a couple times. And I don't really talk to her much anymore, but I was encouraged by her fight too. And I don't know if she truly knew how much I was encouraged by it, but it was Amy Valet was her name. And she was big advocate for Medicare for all because this poor woman lost her daughter to a health condition because the girl couldn't prove she was on her family's health insurance and she was out of town. And she died from a blood clot because the hospital denied her care. This is the kind of system our country's living in right now. No hospital should turn away anybody, regardless of their situation. Okay. Again, this is the problem with American capitalism. The late stages of American capitalism is killing everybody. It's killing us. And I told you there's a point where this country is going to get sick of it. It was going to take a long time, but now we're finally getting there. You know. But I don't know if she fully realized that I understood, felt bad for her situation. But it's sad because it's like millions of people in this country deal with that. You know, if I had a health condition tomorrow, I would be in trouble. I don't have health insurance. I'm not being able to find a full-time job to provide health insurance. I can't afford to buy health insurance. That's a situation millions of people in this country are dealing with right now. I'm just fortunate I survived this long. You know, but this is never a reality America should have to live with in the richest country in the world. All right. It's unfortunate, but I knew there's a point where this is going to start coming to an end, and people are going to realize, stuff's got to change. Stuff's got to change. And, you know, I've never chose to ever run for anything. I've contemplated it, but I don't feel like I'm the person to do that because I don't qualify for anything. Plus, I already know all the opera research is going to come out, and then they're going to vilify you and make you say, oh, you can't vote for this person, they're terrible because they sent a pic or did this or that. You know, God knows whatever else they pull up on your ass to try to stop you from getting in office because they got to keep the power structure the way it is. But I do appreciate the people that step up and run, even if they don't win, to get their message out there, because their message is important and needs to be heard. And I hoped again she runs for something, gets elected, because her message was powerful. Like, this woman lost her daughter to a failed healthcare system. And she represents the voices of millions of people in this country that go through that. Okay, I don't think any parent wants to ever have to bury their child because of a broken system like this. And it's unfortunate, you know, but it's because America's corrupt. That's the reality. But again, I can go back through the history of why we never got Medicare for all healthcare system, because it started with racism originally during the New Deal. But at the end, it ended with corruption. Before it was racism, now it's corruption. Right? But those are the two problems America's had for a long time. Racism and corruption. Two factors that deny us the ability to truly be a great country. The white corporate patriarchy we choose to protect. Yeah, there's a time when it's got to come to an end, because you see what it's done to our country. You know. Anyways, y'all, you have a great day. You have a great night. See y'all later. Goodbye.